with one truth at a time and one person at a time. I am changing the world, and I've started with mine. Subscribe and take this journey with me. Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome back. This is day 19, video 19, and today we're talking about feminine sacred rage. Now, this one is personal for me, it is sacred for me, and it is powerful, as it's been something I've been grappling with for my whole life, especially my adult life and my life as a mother. I want to be very clear that I have a specific tone and directness when I speak about this one, because I want to make sure that I mirror the energy that I'm sharing so that you all can receive it in its most authentic form from me. The other day, I had a very fiery exchange with my daughter's father, and it provoked me to make sure that this video was the next video that I do in the series, because this was not planned to be the next video I do in the series. And I was like, or Spirit was like, how can you close out this series over the next 3 videos and not talk about rage and anger? Now, during this fiery exchange I had the other day with my daughter's father, he made a comment about my anger towards men, and he used the word hate towards men. And I admitted that I am angry and I do have hate towards men. Now, the thing is, in our exchanges over the last year, because we are parting ways, we are separating. We were in a loving relationship and we're no longer in a loving relationship. And during a lot of my exchanges with him, I made it very clear that I'm angry and I'm okay with that. I'm dealing with that. But of course, as a man, he, of course, has issues with my anger and my rage. And I get it. I get it. Anger and rage from a woman, a goddess at that, is very powerful, which is why this video is extremely important right now. I sense and I know that there are a lot of women that are pissed the fuck off. Pissed off with their partners or ex-partners, pissed off with their husbands, pissed off with their children's father, just to start. Pissed off with society, pissed off with their jobs, pissed off with the system, pissed off with how people treat the earth, pissed off with their family, their mothers, their children. Women are justifiably pissed the fuck off. So in this video, I would like to validate you, bring power to your rage, give you clarity on why it's important for you to own it, harness that understanding, and lean into the sacred rage of feminine energy, because it is sacred and it is powerful if you understand it and you know how to transmute it and allow it to be a superpower, allow it to be a ritual, a spell, an anointing of yourself. Because they taught us to whisper through our wounds, to hold our screams in the soft folds of politeness, to make grace out of grief and call it womanhood. But I remember the women who burned, who bled in hospital beds from children they were forced to have. I remember those who were raped and they called it a misunderstanding. I remember the women who loved and were killed for it. The women who cried and were ignored for it. The women who yelled and got punished for it. And those that stayed silent and they still weren't spared. So this rage you feel, this trembling down in your bones, it is not a curse. It is your birthright. It is your womb remembering what the world forgot, and that is that your fury is sacred, that your fire is holy, that your anger is God speaking through your throat. And it is time to let her speak. Damn right women are angry, and rightfully and justifiably so. We've been through it all. Don't get me started on the melanin that adds 10 times the fury to the experience. We've carried the weight of it all. Unpaid labor, forced motherhood, unmet pleasures, cultural silence, religious shame, sexual violations, and spiritual erasure. They keep telling us to be polite, soft, dainty, quiet. For what? So you don't hear that we're angry. So you don't hear how you need to be accountable for what you're doing to us, what you've done to us, what you tried to do to us, what you tried to do to our children, what you've done to our children. Is that why you want us to be quiet, soft, dainty? Not wanting us to be honest, not wanting us to speak our truth, because that truth will shake this nation up. It will shake your house. It will shake your community. Be truthful, women. Be loud. Be unapologetic. Be you, even if you're mad, especially when you're mad. Make sure your anger is justified and pointed to the right people. Because sometimes what we do as women and people in general, we misdirect our anger. It's so built up and bottled up and bursting inside of you that you're putting it out to the wrong people, especially those that don't receive it or don't need to receive it, like your children. Give that anger to the persons or the energy, the deities, the society that deserves to hear your voice. In the societies that we are all groomed in one way or another, they're trying to teach us and have tried to teach us that being angry and rageful is not feminine. That's the biggest lie they tell us. If you look up the goddesses of this world, this universe, they don't look like they're all happy and frolicking in rose petals. They are full of fierceness, fire, rage, and damnation for bringing those to justice that are doing harm to humanity by any means necessary. The energy of this is so powerful. If you've noticed that my lights have gone out, it's okay, because the light still shines. I got plenty left where that came from. Energy tries to interfere with messages like this. It happens to me all the time. Receive this. Notice it. The subtle things when the woman speaks the truth. And the true thing about rage is that this is what happens when love, true love, has been dishonored and undervalued for so damn long. Too damn long. I'm gonna let that one sit for a minute. The reason why this is so personal for me, because I have been gaslight my entire life. I have been gaslight my entire life into believing that something was wrong with me for how I felt when I was angry and when I spoke the truth, when I stood up for people, when I spoke the things that people dare not speak. Oh, Camellia, you're crazy. Oh my God, you're doing too much. You're so sensitive. You're too emotional. Why are you so annoying? Why are you so annoyed? Why can't you just let things be? Why can't you just keep the peace? There will not be any peace if there's damnation happening to women and children in the presence of me. I'm talking speaking up on children being molested, speaking up on women being mistreated, raped, beaten. I speak up on that. Speaking up for myself, being mistreated, devalued, mentally manipulated, spiritually abused and violated, coerced into doing things sexually that I did not want to do. Speaking up for my children. Having people threaten to take my children away from me because I speak up for them and I move in a way where I will not let anyone bring harm to them. I don't care if you are family. This is the rage and the anger and the fury that has been within my spirit that I have personally experienced time and time and time and time again. People telling me there's something wrong with you. You are mentally unstable. You must have a mental disorder. Why can't you control yourself? You know what? Some of that's right, because my anger was justified and I did not have the proper outlets. I did not have the proper teachings on what to do with it. I did not have the proper understanding of what this deep, 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 massive feeling of rage for not just me and my girls, not just my experiences, but the experiences I felt through the women that I knew, the women that I love, the children that I've met, the children that sought me, confided in me, the homes that they lived in, the nourishment that they didn't have. Oh my God, I felt it all. And I still do. Being someone that feels all this rage and not knowing what to do with it. So it comes out when people provoke me, when people threaten me, threaten my freedom, threaten my child, threaten my livelihood, threaten what I'm doing with my life and my vision. That makes me angry. I know what spirit is saying to me. I know what my womb is saying. And so that when people trying to intentionally get in the way of the growth that I am creating for myself to break free of the chains that my foremothers have had on them, on their wounds, on their minds, and on their liberations, and in this waking life that I am in now, yes, I'm angry. You're pissing me the fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm not hurting you. I'm not hurting anyone. And if you feel threatened and you feel offended by my movements, it's probably because you are the one that I'm protecting myself from. You are the one that I'm protecting these children from. You are the oppressor that I am being liberated from. So of course, my anger will make you feel threatened. Of course, my presence will make you feel intimidated. Of course, you will want to shrink me down into a space that makes you feel powerful. Not anymore. Because I'm pissed off and I'm not alone. I was someone that thought that being spiritual meant you had to be calm and pleasant and love and light. I was absolutely a love and light queen. I have learned so much coming out of that phase. I have learned so much inside that phase. And the love and light is a facade. So if you're feeling like that's where we're supposed to be, we're all supposed to be peaceful and loving, is bullshit. Because that is a manipulation tactic on you to make you believe that your rage and your anger and your feelings of unjust are unjustified. I am here to justify them. The 42 laws of Ma'at says my anger is justified. Do not act in anger unless it is justified. I received that. So I've learned to be vulnerable and let my rage be an intimate experience that I have with myself, an intimate experience that I have with God, an intimate experience that I share with other people. If you happen to be the recipient of my rage, oops. Figure it out. Understand what it means. My rage and any rage of any woman is a message. It's carrying a message to those around you. So what would you be doing if you say you are someone to move with God, but you're not carrying the message of rage too? That message is probably the most important one. Because as women, we are justifiably full of rage. Does that mean that's the only thing we have? No. But if you feel a lot of it, there's a reason for it. Lots of them, thousands of them. So let's talk about what we do with rage. What do you do with it? How do you transmute it? How do you get into a space with yourself where that rage is your powerhouse? It's your liberation, your revelation, your channel to the next portals of yourself, your life, your ambitions, your wealth, your freedom. First of all, let's start with some affirmations. You are not too much. You are officially too full of truth to continue to pretend. Rage is your heat, and when you do not release it, it burns you from the inside out. You now have permission to release your heat. It's time to ritualize your rage so that it becomes the firehouse that you use to alchemize new timelines for yourself and the future children, or whatever legacy that you deem to create with yourself on this earth. Some things that you can do to transmute your anger: sacred screaming. Grab you a pillow or go outside and go off. You can do this in a car, scream into a fridge or a freezer, scream into the woods. Yes, someone from afar might hear you. So what? It better be them far away than them in your face. Writing rage letters. Write that fire down and burn that shit up. I'm talking go ham, go crazy. Write all the things that make you piss the fuck off. And burn it. And laugh like a maniac. A beautiful, goddessy maniac. Dance and stomp to African drum beats. You can find this on YouTube. Get it out. Put them African drum beats on. This is a very ancestral way to release. You will feel it. Move that anger through your body. Move it. Gyrate. Stomp. Beat your chest. Shake. Whatever. Get it out. Red candle rituals. Light a candle. Charge it up with beautiful intentions. Release any anger, and any anger that you feel as you charge it, think of it. And as you are lighting and watching this flame, think of that anger alchemizing in something fruitful for you. And sensual movement. Oh my God. This is a way to really nourish that anger and bring it into your God body in a way that's beautiful, sensual, playful. No more letting anyone shame you out of your rage. Let your rage become the resurrection of yourself as a feminine woman. And for any men watching this, hear me clearly. A woman's rage is not your enemy unless you make it. A woman's rage is her medicine. You do not need to fix her. She is not a broken item to be fixed and repaired. You do not need to fear her, because fear has no place in the evolution of us. Release your fear and look at the rage from a different viewpoint. But what you do need to do is get the fuck out of her way as she rises up and does what she needs to do to transmute that rightful rage into something that naturally you will benefit from too. Because men benefit from everything that we do on earth. Shut your mouth. Shut it respectfully. And if you truly dare, if you truly care for her, ask her, what is it that I can do to honor what you are remembering as a feminine woman? Because when women do heal their rage and understand how to transmute it, the whole world benefits from it. So ladies, let this be the season that you stop apologizing for your fire and lean into it. Feel the burn. Become the burn. Let this be the day you allow your rage to become your ritual, your friend, your confidant, your messenger that ushers you in to the next part of your life. Women, we don't have to stay broken to be loved. And we don't have to be quiet to be spiritual. You are the storm. You are the rain. You are the sun on the hottest day. You are the voice. You are the voice that we need to hear. And you are the mother of a new world. Your new world and the worlds around you. And your rage is the thunder calling it all forward. And to close this off, if you enjoyed this, comment how this made you feel. Comment if it made you mad. And comment anything that makes you mad right now, that's pissing you off, that you want to release. Write it in the comments. I release. Let that shit out. Let it go. And do something about it. Transmute it. Be one with it. Understand that rage. No longer being silent. Let it go so you can continue to flow. Thank you for sitting here with me and hearing all about that feminine rage, that sacred rage. Peace.